You ready? Let's go. 2-minute daily devo for Thursday, April 1st. I'm in the Contemporary English Version today, and our verse of the day comes from the book of Philippians chapter 2. I want to give you a little context here. We have a couple verses for our verse of the day, but I want to back up and give you another verse because it's talking about how Christ humbled himself to come to earth and die for us on the cross. Verse 6 says, Christ was truly God, but he did not try to remain equal with God. Instead, he gave up everything and became a slave when he became like one of us. Christ was humble, he obeyed God, and even died on a cross. A couple things that we can pull out of this that we can use and try to emulate. First of all, if anybody had the right to be worshiped, to be glorified, to have people come and kneel and bow down at their feet, it was Jesus. Jesus is up in heaven. He says, you know what? God says, I'm going to send you as the sacrifice for my people because I love them so much and they're in sin and I need someone to go and be in the sacrifice. Jesus, who is the Son of God, decides I'm not going to stay in my form as a God, but I'm going to come down and I'm going to become human. He was both human and God at the same time. And he said, I'm going to come down and I'm going to be human. You know, you can't get much lower if you were in heaven as the Son of God to decide to become a human. But then he didn't. God says he was truly human. And instead, he gave up everything and became a slave like one of us. And then we can take the obedience that Christ had to God here in verse 8. It says he was humbled and he obeyed God even to death on the cross. Talk about ultimate obedience. You know that when he was here, we talked about yesterday's Devo, Christ is in the garden right before he goes to the cross, and he's in agony, crying out to God and saying, God, if there's any other way for salvation to happen for your people, let it be something else other than crucifixion. He knew the pain and the agony that he was going to go through because he was truly human. But here our verse today says that he obeyed God in every step of the way, even to death on the cross. That's the type of obedience that you and I need to have, that will give our lives, that will do anything for God because God gave his Son for us. So I want you to think about that today, that the sacrifice that Jesus made, that being the Son of God and came and down in human form, and the fact that he obeyed God all the way to the cross for you and me. What a sacrifice he made. All right, that's it, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.